There's always a lot said about success. There are tons of books, tons of audio recordings, YouTube videos. There's plenty about success. But what about failure? Who's talking about that? Now you might think to yourself, why is that important? But everything in life has a positive and a negative. Every black has a white. So, if you're going to talk about success, you have to address the subjects of failure. It's a natural thing. Failure is actually the norm for 99% of people on the planet. Going to a job they don't like, to pick up a paycheck they resent, to buy things they don't need, to be with people they don't love, is the general thing. Taking a vacation when they are told, taking toilet breaks when they are allowed, asking when they have permission to eat, asking what clothes they are allowed to wear. This is failure, and this is the norm. This is what people go through every day because they choose to. It is a choice. If people want to choose failure over success, they are allowed to. Because everyone, unless you are in a remote place on the planet that doesn't have access to the internet, everyone on some level is aware that success could be theirs. Everyone is aware that success is their birthright. Everyone is aware that success is something that they could get if they just tried that little bit harder. These people are not winners. These people are not risk takers. These people are making up the majority of the population because that's how the majority of the population views life. They go to school, they get an education, they get a job, they get married, they have kids, buy a house, pay bills, and then die. They are doing nothing for the people around them. They are contributing to the earth in no way whatsoever. They are simply there to pay bills and bolster the system. So you have to ask yourself one thing. Do you want to be a success or do you want to be a failure? Because those are the only two choices in life. You either do things your way, on your terms, in the way that you would do them, to lead the life that you wish, or you just pay bills for the rest of your life. Unless you are contributing, unless you are making someone's life better, then there's no reason to be here. Now people might say, well, I pay the bills and keep my wife happy and I have kids. Okay, that's good. But that's most people, right? Most people have kids at some time in their life where they get married and they have a partner. Taking care of others is the weakest link in that particular chain. And you see it every day. You talk to people who have kids and the first thing they mention is their kids. Especially mothers for some reason. They say, the kids are my world. I look after my kids. I do everything for my kids. My kids are everything to me. I would die for my kids. You know what? That's great. So would I. But that's how it should be. If your statement and your mark on this world is that you were a good parent, then you've failed. Because it's your job to be a good parent if you have kids. That doesn't negate the fact that you still have to do something with your existence. Being a good mom is not a mark to leave. Being a good dad is not a mark to leave. That is not your purpose. Bringing up kids and doing a damn good job of it is a really good thing to do. but it isn't the thing that you are here for. Not ultimately. People ask me about my kids and I say, yeah, I'm a dad. I got 2 boys. And they're great. I love them. They're funny, they're silly, we have really good times playing Lego, and they say the craziest things. But they're not my world. My job as a parent is to be a good dad. So why would I be proud of that? It's like saying, I have lungs, therefore breathing is my achievement in life. No, it's a natural thing. It's a natural progression. You have one, the other should follow. You have kids, you should be a good parent. It isn't the be-all and end-all of your life, just being a good parent. Or just doing a really good job at work, or whatever you do. Those things are natural progressions of existing factors. So don't hide behind your children and say, well, I brought up really good kids, that's what I did in my life. It's bullshit. If you're a parent, you should bring up good kids. That's not the end game, my friend. That isn't the end of the story. It just begins there. You have great kids, you did a really good job of raising them, now what? Do something to make them proud. Do something so that their name will mean something. If you're born a Trump, or if you're born a Spelling, or if you're born a Depp, then, your parents and forefathers did something that meant something, so your name will be important. Do something so that your kids' names are important. Just raising good kids is a bad excuse for adulthood. It's a cop-out. And how do you even measure that? How do you measure a good kid? I brought up a good kid. Okay, let's get the scale out and measure that sucker. Oh wait, we can't. Well, that's convenient. So it's okay to say you're not a millionaire, or you're not a billionaire, or you've never created a legacy, or your brand isn't known throughout the entire globe. But hey, you brought up a good kid. But strangely enough, that particular metric is not measurable. So anyone could say that. Anyone can pop out a kid and say, yeah, I got a good kid. Made a good kid. I brought up a good kid. That's what I did. I'm a good mom. I'm a good dad. How do we know? How does anyone know? What parent in the entire world, or what adult in the entire world would look at a kid and say, damn, you know what? You failed in life. You brought up a terrible kid. You are raising kids really badly. Who says that? Hardly anyone. It's a cop-out. Stop it. Stop pretending and hiding behind your children as an excuse to the fact that you've achieved something in life. You've achieved nothing. I've got kids, and I've brought up really good kids, as far as I'm concerned. But that is not my goal. That is not my legacy in life. Sorry folks, you guys stretch wider than that.